Keith, aka Gator Guy 231, here to update this 2-game EPL Classic slate for Saturday morning. Recorded this morning, felt pretty good about the analysis and where things were at, and then just shit hit the fan all over the place. So let's start off with Manchester United, who, like I detailed, is going to be the biggest chalk and had the most surprising news. So Bruno Fernandez and Paul Pogba got injured in training today, like in some sort of collision or something, but both are doubtful for the game. It's going to have huge impacts on the slate. Bruno Fernandez is going to be the single most owned player on the slate, the best floor, probably the best ceiling, most expensive, and he is going to likely miss. So who's going to fill that number 10 spot in the set taker role for United is going to depend on the slate. I do think it's going to be Andreas Pereira, and if so, he would just be like easy first guy into my lineup in terms of like who stands to benefit from the set taking. Should be on most of their sets if that's the situation. I guess you could see Fred take some if in, or maybe if Mata started over him, he could take some, but I do think it's Pereira. Decent player in open play, does like the shoot, and then like I said, he'll be on most of the corners for the biggest favorite in the slate. So if it's not him, I do think it would be Mata, who would probably be on corners too. I'm never a Juan Mata guy, but at least the price is okay. And I think you just have to like look at the situation and go, it's a minus 600 favorite. Let's not overthink this. Now, this is going to lock up Marcus Rashford as the single highest owned player on the slate. I don't really see a way around him. I think most people are going to start with him in the forward spot, and then the second spot decide between Martial and Greenwood, because they're very easily fittable now. It might move Vardy's ownership down a little bit. I'm going to go over the Leicester situation here shortly too. The other thing I will just mention, this also just makes playing David De Gea a lot easier, because you don't have the salary to spend up on Fernandez, and as we're going to go over, James Maddison's probably going to miss too. So you just have the money, and you can also spend at the defender spot. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been great as of late for DFS purposes, and he is fittable. I will not be playing Luke Shaw. I never recommend playing Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is going to screw me one of these slates and make me just look like an idiot, but I just don't like Luke Shaw. Like 1 to 2 crosses is not worth the price that they have in that. All right, Leicester. James Maddison is now likely to miss. He went from being a projected starter everywhere I looked to now being doubtful. I don't think that Mark Albrighton's going to start. He did not add a lot of goodness for the team. I think that it's going to be Ayoze, Perez, or Nacho starting for him, and maybe a system change, which would mean Yuri Tielemans at 5K would be on almost all of Leicester's sets. They are a favorite. Tielemans is a very good player, and for 5K to get favored sets is just a lock and load. Also would increase Ben Chilwell's offensive role. He has to bomb forward a lot more as a creative like outlet, and it kind of helps that Palace does not mind packing it in and just trying to look at be on the counter. So that means a lot of crosses into the box. So Chilwell and Tielemans would benefit a ton. Now, I thought as of this morning that Vardy might be fairly highly owned. I think he still will by name recognition, but I will tell you, no Maddison really gives me hesitation on Leicester pieces. They've really, since the break, lacked any ability to break down a defense and create good chances. And without Maddison in, I really worry about that. Especially since Palace, they are not like blessed with outstanding talent, but they're well coached. They're well orchestrated. They keep shape, which with a team that's struggling to unlock, good chances to face a structured team is not the best solution or the best matchup. So I think it's going to be a ton of Manchester United ownership. Leicester will come in number 2, but I do think that there's a very fine chance that Crystal Palace might be actually a better GPP pivot team. I still think you're going to end up with United ownership. Bournemouth is terrible. But maybe instead of, loading up on Leicester to kind of move off of United pieces, maybe looking at like a Jordan Ayew could be an interesting look. I've liked him this morning, and I like him just as much, if not more now. Final thing I want to mention, I want to go back to United. Do keep in mind that United really struggled versus in like matchups that they should dominate without Bruno Fernandez. Bruno Fernandez, opened up a whole new element of that attack. So I'm not saying that they're going to struggle versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth has arguably been one of the worst side of 2020, maybe outside of Norwich. but it does give me just the slightest bit of pause, maybe a little bit of GPP contrarianism, just to go, what if United does struggle? That said, even if they struggle, I don't think Bournemouth can like possess the ball. So maybe, you don't go for like a flat out goal scorer like Martial, but maybe go Rashford, Greenwood, and look for more like an accumulating type of thing if you think they could struggle. Anyhow, I hope this helps. Appreciate everybody watching. And again, just really after everything this morning and how much change, I really wanted to get out an update for you guys. And hopefully this will help you get on some of the best plays tomorrow. Take care and good luck.